And if anybody's having any issues joining Skype, when you join, if you don't have Skype, when you click join meeting, if you go to the web version, that should be helpful. And what you should be seeing on your screen now or once you've logged on is you should be seeing my screen and it should say United Way Staples, United Way Store webinar. If anybody is having any kind of issues, feel free to follow up with me after the call. This is Corey Langsner. I'm the account executive that helps manage the relationship between Staples and United Way Worldwide. So, feel free to follow up with me after. And we'll just wait another minute here and get started soon. Okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. As people are joining again, just FYI, your lines are muted. We had some challenges with feedback noise last time and do apologize, but thanks for joining again this week. I know some people are still joining, but I'm going to go ahead and get started just with introductions and the agenda. We've got a lot of really great information today that I think will be really worth your while. Again, I'm Corey Langsner. I am your account executive from Staples. So if you have any questions afterwards, if you need anything at any time, feel free to follow up with me. Some of you may know my counterparts, Jenny Stotts and Cassie, and they are the other account managers that you may know a little bit better than me as we kind of divide up all the local United Ways. And I'll be going through contact information here at the end, but just kind of a quick introduction. And then our other presenters, I'll have them introduce here once I go through the agenda. So today we're going to talk about merchandise trends and what's hot and fresh out in retail, and basically how we help draw inspiration and how we stay on top of trends. We'll go through current trends, show you how that relates back to United Way items that we have out on the e-store, and how we're always trying to keep current with what's hot and new and fresh. Then we're going to go through the new United Way store merchandise. Some items were just recently released, a lot of new items out on the e-store. We'll show you where to find it, and then we'll include information about where you can find the lowest price shirts this year for Live United shirts, which is a group order special on the offer ends Friday. So I'll show you some information on that, where to find it. And then we're going to go through some brand impression data to help you make more informed buying decisions and really show you how to quantify the value of promotional products and basically how to report back to leadership and quantify the value of what you're purchasing. And then we'll take questions and answers. So hopefully that looks good to everybody. We have a lot of really great information, so I hope that you can hang on for the half hour. Christina and Lauren, I'm going to throw it over to you. If you don't mind introducing yourselves real quickly, that would be great.
Sounds good. This is Lauren Auger, and I am the merchandiser on the United Way account. So I work on sourcing all the product that goes on the online store, and some of the stuff you'll see today, the trends, we follow along to make sure we marry up with some really cool product.
Hi, good morning. I'm Christina Monca, and I am on the merchandising team. I hold a strategic merchandising role, which a lot of my responsibility is related to trend research, trend data, trade show research, new vendor information, and a lot of creative projects, and was also involved in coming to your offices to do some creative research with your teams.
And Lauren and Christina are super talented. They're, involved with United Way. Lauren is actually your merchandiser for United Way, so she's real familiar with all your brand standards. Has got a lot of experience year after year, seeing what's going on with your company and the different local United Ways. So we're really lucky to have them today. So with that, you guys can go right ahead, and thank you.
All right. So this is Christina, I'm going to walk through our trend process and kind of how we do some of our research and how we get to the point of our trend, lifestyle trend stories that we present and use for product sourcing and development of new line and products for all of our clients, and how Lauren uses that information specific to your account as well. So internally, we have something called Trend Immersion. And this is about to kind of switch over into our new SharePoint site. But this is internal information that our sales teams, our merchandising teams, our special order teams can go to look for new trend reports, any trade shows I've attended and have put up information about and research that I found there. We have used Fashion Snoops, a subscription trend service, so I will post information there for people to look at and be watching for new retail trends and new product trends. Next slide, please. And these are a lot of the trade shows that I attend and some other internal team members attend. This isn't everything we go to, but these are good shows to show you a good sampling. I attend the CES show every January in Las Vegas, so that's consumer electronics, so what's happening in tech. I like to take that information and bring it back to the promotional products industry. So if we're seeing a lot of fitness trackers that look like jewelry, how can we bring that back in? What of our vendors or suppliers could give the same kind of product that we could decorate and use for clients? I go to the retail trade shows in Las Vegas twice a year, which is, if you've heard people say the Magic retail trade shows, it's Magic, Project Pool, Agenda, Capsule, Liberty Fairs, a lot of retail shows that boutiques and department stores and online retailers are attending for their product assortment, and these are typically 6 months out. So when I come back with information from that, we're looking at 6 months later what's going to be in a retail store. So that's great to use, and again, bring it back and find products in our industry that would relate to those trends. And then PPAI and ASI are in promotional products industry shows, which are huge and a lot of information there. And then PGA Golf and America's Mart is a great place for home trends. And like I said, there are a lot more that we attend and try to bring back that information. Next slide, please. And then all of the teams, trend teams, merchandising teams spend a lot of time doing retail research, whether this is brick and mortar and going into stores that would have product that relate to the end user of a client. So maybe it's skewed a little younger, so people are shopping at Urban Outfitters and trying to see what maybe new graphic trends or product trends are there. Maybe on the older side it would be Anthropologie. I spend a lot of time looking at museum stores, so like the Walker Shop, MoMA store, SF MoMA, because those products relate a lot to gifting and promotional products and new ideas there. Next slide, please. And now we, just so you know, understand these, we call these our lifestyle trends. So I release these quarterly. I do 3 new ones per quarter, so we have about 12 new lifestyle trends a year. And as we have new ones, Corey can start sharing those with you as they come out. But we take the lifestyle trends, all of those retail research and trade show research, and try to bring it back in and say, these are some trends we're seeing in the industry for the next 6 months to a year. And then there'll be a product slide after this that relates to that. We also do graphic inspiration. So I'm going to jump into the lifestyle trends, and Lauren is going to tag team with me here. If you go back one slide, Corey, please. Lauren's going to tag team with me here and show you products that relate to the trend and your brand. So this one is Surf, Sea, Sun, and Sand. This is about, the laid-back lifestyle, casual kind of Southern California feel, relaxed, fun elements of the ocean and the sea, or excuse me, the air and the sea and waves, etc. Next slide, please. And then this would be graphics that relate back to that. The classic retro camper van with your surfboard, surfboard-shaped popsicle, the salty air, just the fun outdoor surf feel. And then we do look at, next slide please, we do look at the retail trends that would relate to that. So maybe surfboards and cruiser bikes, speakers to use outdoors, flip-flops and shoes. And then next slide.
And then we typically like to, this is our vendor inspiration page, and we typically like to mirror what we see in retail to what we have access to. So you saw we can get the Ron John surfboards. We have access to a very similar product if you ever need a surfboard for an event or anything like that. But also we added quite a few new items to the United Way online store. So you can see that 24-can sheet cooler. It's great to, go outdoors. It's large. You can fit a lot of items in it. Or maybe the sideline folding chair, again, is great for outdoor events. And the vented auto open umbrella is also another new item, great when it's a sunny day, and you can see, bright colors and fun items for the surf, sea, sun, sand trend.
Okay, and the next trend that thought really applied to you was the living well trend. So this is about relaxation and meditation. Consumers are always looking for ways to unwind after work, and so maybe this is more about natural, high-quality products, improving your mind, body, and soul, not just doing yoga, but actually how you feed your body with teas or how you relax and recover from fitness or from the day. Next slide, please. So great graphic elements here. Looks a lot about, a teacup for tea and unwinding and relaxing, but a lot of healthy nourishment for your body in these graphics, or plants and how they can improve your life, and maybe just a good outdoor healthy feeling. So products here have a more natural look and feel, like the tea diffuser, and then a bamboo or a kasha bowl, a scent diffuser, ways to improve the air quality and the space you're in, whether that be at work or at home, or ways to detox and unwind.
And as Christina mentioned, the Living Well trend is very natural, so we've added a bamboo cutting board to the program up there in the upper right-hand corner. Also a couple fitness, maybe healthy related type items like the aluminum blue bottle for, drinking a lot of water, or the performance quarter zip in the bottom right corner for being active. We also added a control lunch set up in the top left corner as well, because obviously a big trend is, bringing lunch, feeling healthy, and even saving a little money. So next slide.
Okay, and another great lifestyle trend for you is city chic. So this is about a little bit, I'd say it was the flip side of the surf trend. This is more about a refined style and modern conveniences. So you have city living, but you still want conveniences. You might be living a fast-paced life, but you still want to have healthy snacks with you on the go, or you might need an umbrella with you because you're running around the city, or a great jacket to wear. Next slide, please. So the graphics for this are a little more minimalist, a little bit more chic, more pared down, less fluff, maybe some great graphics of maps or aerial views of cities, maybe that whole retail look and feel of a blurred image with great graphic text in front of it. And then products related to this are having that great rain boot, has a good city look and feel, a great trench coat, more sleek jewelry pieces or drinkware like Corkcicle, a great pair of sunglasses, and again, like I said, some snacks to carry along with you while you're running along.
And for vendor inspiration, some items we've added is like that RFID valuables pouch, which is important if you're on the go all the time. Obviously, the RFID is so people don't steal your information. So a very cool product there. Also, the modern conference tote we've added to the site. As you can see, it has that very sleek, clean line look to it that really follows the city chic trend. Also, another really cool item we've added, the over-the-ear headphones have been really popular lately. So the noise cancellation headphones in the bottom left corner have been added to the site. Is a really cool item to check out.
And then this is the interconnected trend. So this is being in a constant stream and being constantly connected. So what kind of products make your life more simplified and are available at your fingertips? So what kind of technology do you have right there, or sitting at home when you come into a room and you're able to control the temperature of your house from afar? Before you get home, you can change your temperature, or items are already plugged in so the lights can be turned up as you've timed them or as you're entering a space, rather than having to flip switches nowadays. Or even the Amazon Prime buttons now that you can just, as you're running out of toilet paper, click the button and your delivery will come to you not as soon as you click the button, but will be ordered as soon as you click. And then great graphic design to support this has a little more of that digital look and feel. Some of these feel like you're in a Tron game, or maybe a little less like how the Surf and the Living Well feel, and a little more future and modern. And then products to support this, beanies that you can wear now that have integrated tech, maybe a speaker and wired with a mic inside it, so it's just one piece. You're not wearing a headset and worrying about how you're going to take a call, especially if you're running around. Wireless charging pads, if your phone allows for you to just wirelessly charge, the phone itself would need to be, the charging pad would need to be plugged in, but then you can just drop your phone on top of it and charge that way. How Amazon's Echo is making life easy to order things or ask questions, etc. And then also hydration systems now that are synced up to your phone and will tell you if you've been drinking enough water, how much you've been consuming, what you should be doing, etc.
And then a couple items we've added to the program is that 2200 mAh quick charge power bank, which I think we all use power banks nowadays because we're just constantly on the go, always needing a quick charge. Another cool item that we've added is the webcam privacy cover. As in the tech world, privacy and security is just growing. It's a great item to have to put on your computer camera so that hopefully nobody's looking at you as you're on your computer. And then another really great gift item in the tech category for Interconnected we added was a thank you Bluetooth speaker. It's a great quality speaker and a really sleek looking item.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Christina and Lauren. And yeah, so I think that should help you see kind of like how we look at like the big picture and how we're really keeping a pulse on the trends in just like all different industries, and then bringing that down all the way to items that we're collaboratively working on with United Way Worldwide and then bringing to the store. And a lot of those items are really cool and I think would be useful. I'm going to go over some of them, but thank you, Christina and Lauren, for your time. So we're going to be talking about, so we talked about new merchandise kind of throughout the trends. So you saw some of the new merchandise highlighted there. Where to find it, though, if you go out to UnitedWayStore.com, when you pull up UnitedWayStore.com, you'll see a slider that says new products just added, so you can click there, or you can always go to this little button here that says products with the lines. If you click that, it'll create a drop down and it'll show you a little icon here for shop new, and then you'll see different collections. You can shop by category. Price range is very popular, items under $5 or $1 and all different price ranges, clearance items. So that's how you find the new merchandise. And I just want to highlight a couple of my favorites. So localized items, there's a lot of new items out on the United Way store now that have localization available, so you can have your local branding. Like these polos are a great price point for a polo. They're under $17. There's hats under $5 that you can get localization. A ton of new headwear out there. I really like this United Way hat with the logo and the frayed edges. Bags and totes, a ton of new, all different kinds of bags and totes and backpacks. And I know Lauren and Christina had mentioned the umbrella and the chair were kind of in that trend category. The chair, I think, is just a great item for, events that you might have coming up, maybe a raffle item. We're going to be talking about longevity and kind of staying power promotional products. An umbrella has the top staying power. Most people keep an umbrella for 14 months when they receive it as a promotional product giveaway. So a lot of good staying power, a lot of good brand recognition and brand visibility there. And then some lower cost items. There's a ton of new items under $5 too, and I think that's really great, especially when you're looking to try to, stay within a budget. There's this glow stick that you can wear kind of around your neck, and then also this elastic band that you can maybe use to bundle shirts. So if you're having any problems finding new merchandise, feel free to reach out to me. Again, this is Corey Langsner. I'm the account executive for Staples on behalf of United Way Store. I also want to talk to you about the group order specials. So This offer is amazing prices. The offer ends Friday, May 18th, and you'll have your deliveries in time before your day of action event. So they'll deliver on or before June 13th. So it's for all the color Live United shirts and the white Live United shirt as well. These are examples of price points. You can get a generic or a localized option. So basically either the Live United and then the standard United Way logo, or you can customize it with your local branding. And prices are all out there. The way that you find this is to go to unitedwaystore.com. The very first thing you'll see is a slider that has this information out there. If you click the slider, it'll pop right up and then you'll be into that site. So again, if you have any problems or questions where to find it, feel free to follow up with me after. But this offer does end Friday, so I definitely suggest checking it out and taking advantage of the prices. So in this section, we're going to be talking about how to justify and quantify the value of promotional products and how to help you better market your products and make better, more informed buying decisions. And this lovely icon, so we call it the basic brand ladder, but basically it's a very simplified way of looking at brand marketing. And if you look at the ladder, it all starts with awareness. So the first rung is awareness. And when you're trying to create brand awareness, first comes trust and knowledge and a basic understanding of your brand. And then next up the ladder, you get the opportunity to tell your story. So showing how your mission is helping the world, your benefits, your value, and why people should want to work with you. And then at the top of the ladder is brand commitment. So people that will be your brand champions and show loyalty to your brand. So I'm going to be referring back to this when we talk through the next couple slides. But our hope at United Way Store is to help you start people up this ladder by generating the right awareness and telling your story. And we're here to help you do that. So next I'm going to be talking about, the Advertising Specialty Institute, or ASI, conducts a survey, huge, massive survey annually that is across the United States as well as internationally. It's cross demographics, so urban, suburban, all different ages, races, etc. And basically what we're going to be showing you is kind of pulling what I think is sort of the best information that's really going to help you help determine the average number of impressions each product generates and really help you get a better idea of a product life cycle and the value it gives in its cycle of ownership. So we're going to walk through this. This next slide is a lot of numbers. It can be a little daunting, but I'm going to really break it down for you. And I think what this says and what it's going to help you do is to help validate your investments. And I'm sure a lot of you have been asked by leadership or your board, how can you prove your return on investment for promotional product? And this is the start of that, and we'll show you, how to do that and how to help monetize the value of your products. So calculating brand impressions. So when you think brand impressions, just think brand visibility. So what this is showing you is ASI does this research, and here are some of the values. So over on the left side are prominent categories that are researched for promotional products. So bags and totes, writing like pens, pencils, headwear, hats, activewear. This would be like your t-shirts, Live United shirts, etc. Drinkware, polos, and wovens. So the first three columns are ASI information that they got from their research. So the average cost per unit, let's just say for bags and totes. So ASI deemed that $2.50 was the average cost per unit across all these demographics and different areas that they researched. The average number of brand impressions of a unit's life cycle for bags and totes is 5,772. So that's a lot of brand impressions. And just to point out that if you look at all the other categories, that is the most brand impressions per life cycle. So, and why is that? Because you're always traveling and carrying around a bag or a tote. They travel around with you. They're in the public eye. So just something to point out. So now on the right side, once we get over to the right side, this is all information. So units sold is the number of units that we sold for that product category last year to United Way. So this is going to be United Way specific information. So 102,926 units of bags and totes were sold last year. So basically, we take the number of units sold times the ASI cost per unit, and we get that 260,000 in the fifth column. Then we take the units sold, 102,000, times the average impressions of a unit's life cycle, that 5,772, and then we come up with the total impression of units sold, that 594 million, quantity. And then we take those two calculations, divide them together, so the total cost of units sold divided by the total impressions of units sold, and we get the cost per one impression, which is 0.004. Now, when marketers are looking at things, they really focus on the cost per thousand. That's what matters to them most. So we're going to be taking that 0.44 for bags and totes, and that's the cost per thousand impressions for United Way that we did with you last year. Now, if you take the total impressions, the cost per thousand impressions averages out to be 90 cents. So why is this important and how is this valuable? Okay, so this is that 90 cents. So this is basically a picture of how this stacks up against other advertising mediums. And I think this is really helpful and really powerful. So if you look at, for example, newspapers, they average $32 per thousand impressions. Go all the way to Target and Mobile, $10 per thousand brand impressions, and then down to radio, internet, and promotional products. So basically what this is saying is you're getting more bang for your buck if you do like a radio, internet, or promotional products. And you might say, well, why is this promotional product $7, but United Way is 90 cents? Well, we just showed you the calculations of how we got to this. And this promotional products at $7 is what ASI, the Advertising Specialty Institute, got from their research. So what does this all say to you? You are getting a lot of brand visibility for what you're paying for and a lot of bang for your buck. And it's also just another way to look at promotional products that you might not have thought about before and your leadership might not recognize. I think it's really powerful numbers, and the numbers here are showing you that you're getting a lot of bang for your buck out of promotional products. And this is why a lot of United Ways invest in promotional products, and this can help you justify it to leadership. Now, we're not saying to completely go away from other advertising mediums, but it's just another way to look at it and to help you justify your costs. So next, and I just have a couple slides left. So staying power. So you remember we talked about the umbrella and staying power. So this is the number of months promotional products are kept. So as you can see, the average is in that pink, 8 months. That's the number of months promotional products on average are kept. An umbrella is kept for 14 months. So when you're talking about staying power and longevity, promotional products really get a lot out of what you're paying for. If you think about all the different kinds of other advertising mediums, like gosh, when you're scrolling on social media, you get all these pop-up ads, radio ads all day long. It kind of goes in one ear and out the other. It doesn't have a long staying power. It's for the moment. So just something to think about when you're looking at different promotional products and what you're buying. And hopefully this helps you get a better idea and help you, spend your dollars wisely. And 85% of people remember an advertiser for up to a year after receiving branded merchandise. So telling your story. So going back to that brand marketing ladder, lovely icon. So basically, if you can tell your story and also have your branding and logo out there, you're going to be much more impactful and you're going to help people understand what your mission is and what you want to accomplish. So like with this pen, it could have just been a pen, but you throw, the cap on it for education, and now people understand better what you're trying to accomplish. So if you can do that, and we're here to help you be creative with that, you're definitely going to be more impactful. You're going to earn trust, and people want to work with and especially give their money to someone that they trust. So as your brand partner, we want to help you stand out, increase brand loyalty. And one thing that I'll say, and I had a colleague say this, and when I heard it, it really does make you take pause. promotional products are the only form of advertisement that I can think of where when you give it, somebody actually says thank you. And I just think that's so powerful. And I really can't think of another form of advertisement. I don't see a commercial and say thank you. But when you think about getting, like a journal or a shirt, you are very thankful. So think how, when you're giving these out to your volunteers or to your donors or, you're working with other companies, people are very appreciative. So, we want to be here to help you, be the charitable organization of choice. Here is all of our contact information. As I mentioned, I'm Corey. I'm here for anything that you might need, ideation, creative planning. There's also a special order team. You may work with my counterparts, Jenny and Cassie. You can always reach out to them as well. And then, of course, on the UnitedWayStore.com, there's also a customer service team. And I know that we're butting up against the end of the half hour here, but if there are questions, there is a little icon here. And I'm sorry, Sarah, hopefully you can see the slides changing now. I did not get this. There's a little icon here to the left of your screen. And if you had any questions that you wanted to type in, feel free to do that. And/or you can follow up with me after, and I'm happy to help. So unless anyone has any questions, I'll wait here for a minute. Okay. Well, feel free to follow up with me after. Thank you so much for your time. And like I said, if you need anything afterwards, feel free to follow up and have a great day. Thank you.